2-2. The caller was trying to cancel, but we can't. It's a domestic coming in for 965 Blue Hill Ave. The child called, stating that the sister's boyfriend is breaking things inside the house.
I'm not too sure why they got this blocked off, but they got this whole area of Stewart Street blocked off right here. Just gonna try to figure out what they got going on down here. That they got that whole, could be something to do with that crane up there. Maybe they got fallen debris falling from the roof, I'm not sure. But if that was the case, then no pedestrians could go down there too. But they got a whole section of, this is Stewart Street and Dartmouth Street down in the Back Bay. Not too sure why they get that blocked off. But it's causing a lot of traffic up here. You guys can see it. A lot of traffic. Just want to give you guys a quick view of what they have. I'm not too sure why they got it blocked up, but it must be a reason. I don't see the reason, but just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not a reason. I may ask one of those guys down there that are working and ask them what's the reason.
Could you check 430 Blue Hill Ave came in for a lot?
And somebody asked me, do they have a permit? I don't see any posted permit signs that say they have a permit. Just because it's not posted doesn't mean they don't have one though. But I might inquire if they do have a permit there. And they also asked, was there a detail? I didn't see a detail. I imagine they should have a detail, but I don't know. And I'm not too sure, like I said, I'm not too sure why they got this, unless it's because they got stuff on the roof that's maybe falling off. Do you know why they got the street blocked off?
Sorry?
Do you know why they have the street blocked off?
I don't know, maybe something's going on out there.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Like, somebody asked me the question. I said, I don't know.
I think you're gonna ask that.
It's interesting though. They got like two blocks blocked off. There must be a reason why they have it blocked off. It says, what does it say on the tape? Caution? I can't even read it. It says danger, it says on there. So it doesn't say caution, it says danger. So that's even all the more concerning. White cap. Building trust. What does it say? Building trust on every job. So it doesn't say caution, it says danger, which is the big difference. Caution and danger is the big difference. I'm asking, must be something falling debris off the roof or something. If that's the case, they gotta get OSHA involved. Hey, I got a question for you. Why they got the street blocked off? Do you know? What's
Keep it safe.
keeping them safe? Is there stuff falling off the roof or something?
Glass.
They're doing glass? Or they're putting glass up there? Gotcha. Because people asking me, I said, I don't know. I got to find out. And the other question was, did they have a detail for this? Did they apply for it? No?
They always apply for it.
And they never get it though, right? They apply for it, they don't get it?
What they do.
Oh, the detail's around, but he ain't around? So you have a detail, but he's not around. Oh, you can't answer that? Not on camera anyway. All right. So allegedly, you have a detail, right? Allegedly, you have a detail. But he's not visible. He's not physically seen or visible. So allegedly, they have a detail, but it should have two anyway. This side, this amount of area, actually need 3 details. 1, 2, need 3 details. But allegedly, they say they have a detail. I don't see a detail. Guys, do you see a detail officer by any chance? Hold on. I see a security guard right there. It's a security guard. I don't see a detail. Now, a site this big calls for 3 details. So I don't see not even 1. Or, oh, I know what's going on. Maybe they're paying for the detail, but the detail's not here. So that happens too. I've seen that happen where a detail officer will get paid for the detail, but he never been on the site. That's very possible. And then that's why there's no oversight in the city of Boston. I asked these guys the same question. Do you guys have a paid detail by any chance? You guys have a paid detail by any chance? Do you guys have a paid detail by any chance? Are they here? They're not here. Okay. So you're being honest, they're not here. Okay, you've never been a detail here, right? A few times, okay. Oh, you guys still have to pay. So you pay for a detail, but where's that money? And you already paid for it. Okay. So it should be 2 details, but no details. Gotcha. And they never get it. Out of the whole week. I'm recording that way. But that's interesting to know, though, because that's not the only site that has that problem.
We all have to upgrade to the site.
The city of Boston has a major problem going on. I think that's a good idea. That's probably the best way to go. All right. That is kind of dangerous. If a piece of glass does fall down, somebody could get hurt. So I don't know if you could hear what that gentleman said. He said for the whole past week, he's been asking for a detail. As far as them paying for a detail, he doesn't know for sure. But out of the whole week, he only had the detail once. In this area, it's quite a big area. You need more than 2 details. You should have about 3 details, to be honest with you, because you're talking Dartmouth and Stewart. What's this? Clarendon and Stewart. Then you got the other side over there, which is another area. So you probably may end up needing 4 details to cover this whole area. If you was doing it by the standards that they have. You need a detail here for sure. 1 detail here. Maybe another detail on the other side of that construction over there. Possible. And definitely one at the side where Dartmouth and Stewart starts at. And possible another one right there at that intersection there. So the other gentleman said there was a detail, but which I knew I didn't see a detail, but I had to play devil's advocate. But just so you know, there is no detail here. These guys are going to be putting up some kind of fall protection over here in the event that they have to do any kind of work, probably. I guess they're taking it down, actually. That thing probably weighs about 200 to 300 pounds alone. Just that little, that pulley system right there. That probably weighs at least 200 to 300 pounds. A heavy duty crane right there. It doesn't have a lot of counterbalances, but he could probably add more if he had to. Like he had a semi-light load that he had left up there. It couldn't have been too heavy based on the weight that he had on the back. You know, maybe a couple of 1,000 pounds at the most. That's a lot of work, taking that, assembling it and disassembling it. That's like a little tag line on the cable, so you can pull the cable back through when you need to. Sometimes it can take hours to disassemble, to assemble and disassemble this equipment. Could take hours. I mean, it's a lot of pulling of cable, refeeding cable back through again. So they're gonna pull the cable through, and that rope is used to pull it back through once it's reached its destination. So you see how they do it in a second. So the rope just pulls through where the cable is. So if the cable goes too far, then the rope just pulls it back. It's almost like snaking the cable through the area over there. Makes it a little bit easier to do. So the operator is going to get inside there, and he's going to gradually pull the cable in. So, you know, sometimes a guy might say cable in, and he'll pull the cable in. Now he's going to gradually just pull it in, as you can see right now. Keeping a little pressure on it so it doesn't go haywire. And he may just stop right there, or he might keep going. It all depends how far he wants to go. And if he stops there, then he can do the second one and keep going that way. Or he could do both of them and do it that way too. He's making over that little pulley. He's still going, so he might go both of them if the rope is long enough. See it right there, making its way to the second pulley. He might get hung up on that top one, so I don't think he's gonna go all the way up, because that one you may get hung up on the weight. You may not make it through there. I'm about to take off the safety catch so it can go over. You just pull the pin out of it. It's gonna flip it out. Then once he flips it out like that, then it can keep going. Like I said, guys, that's a lot of work. So I'm not gonna hang around for them to finish doing it because that might take several hours. But it's interesting to see them perform their duties and how much work it takes to assemble and disassemble a crane. Alright guys, just want to show you a little activity in the city. I may walk around so you can see the other side. But like I said, I'm not going to stay out there for hours because it does take several hours to disassemble. Just as quick as it, well, I can't say quick, just as long as it takes to assemble it. It takes almost the same time to disassemble it. And that is a lot of work. It's nothing easy, and it's kind of work you cannot rush because it's a safety factor. It's best to be safe. It's best to take longer than do it the right way than try to rush too fast and somebody gets hurt. How much would you say that weighs right there? 250. The bigger one's probably like 300. Easily 300, right? I don't think they're pretty heavy. $500, $950. Gotcha. That's even heavier than I thought it was. So that's $500 for the red one. I know they have weight to them. I just didn't know how much weight they had. 500, and that one's 950. I know one person takes a, well, one person could barely move it if they tried to move it. And they need that weight for a reason too, to pull the cable down. If they didn't have the weight, it wouldn't be able to pull the, when the operator is lowering the cable wouldn't lower. Yep, you got it, buddy. Like I said, that's a tough job. That's not an easy job, man. It's a very tough job there. Now the newer trucks have a lot of sensors on it. The older trucks don't really have all these sensors, but these newer trucks like this have weight sensors, counterbalances, overweight limits, tilt limits. It tells you a lot of stuff on there. Where the older trucks, you didn't have that, so there's a lot more accident with the older trucks. How that swings over, and I think that's gonna swing again on the other side to meet the other one. Pretty sure that swings twice. So this little thing here is like 500 or 550, I think he said. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's a lot. And when you see it close up compared to it up in the sky, it's a big difference. Sometimes they have the actual weight on there. This may not have it on there. No, I don't think it does have it. It just kind of gives you the. It's pretty big. It looks almost look like a keg, like a beer keg. But there's a lot of weight to it. 085956. Watch these guys do this one here. And it's pretty much the same method. Take it apart, pull out the pins. The crane operator is one of the most important people, because he's the one with all the training and whatnot. Kind of trying to lower it down little by little. There's a lot of tension on those pins too. I guess I just want to show you basically what they have to do. And they have a class in this stuff. Like if you ever want to take a hoisting class, probably take one of those classes. It'd be helpful. Rigging and hoisting. he's doing now, he's disconnecting the hydraulic lines that are on the side of the boom. And that, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that big that reel right there, that black reel that's right there, that's all hydraulic hose. So as the boom extends, the hydraulic reel will spin to allow the hose to go the length of the boom, I should say. You have to actually see it working to know what it does. That reel kind of spins. Double checking everything to make sure everything's in the right position before they swing it. Always good at double check. Alright, so he's gonna do a little movement on the boom and see what happens. Probably bring the cable up first. I think the cable's clear though. I don't think the cable's in the way. The cable's on the other side, so I think that's in the clear. Like I said, this task could take hours. It's not like, it's not something you can rush through. It's gonna take you hours to set up and hours to take it down. is kind of freed up. You just got to get the right height to swing it. I seen it where it released. So he's gonna give it the right angle so he can swing it. It's a good swing too. It's a pretty wide swing. So you gotta kind of, he's got the tag line on that side. Sometimes you need two people on that tag line. There's a lot of weight you're trying to control from a rope. And he's got it on that side, so he's clear on both sides. So you guys get an idea what happens, how they swing it over. He's just gotta make it. Oh, he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. Just a little bit low on that little lip there. It's a little bit low, but you might have to just swing it hard and get it up there. It's a little low on that piece there, but not bad at all. He's got the remote joystick. It makes it a little easier. Yeah, it's going all by itself. See it? It's going right up in there. Pretty cool. All right, locked in.
I got a party there trying to get inside the building. White male, 30 years of age, black t-shirt, black suit.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's kind of tapered. It's kind of a smaller to a bigger head, so it makes it go in the hole a little easier. That's a lot of work, so they're still not done, but that's the majority of what they're doing. All right, guys.